So now I'll stop burping.
Yeah. Thank you, I think. Okay.
Uh-huh. 11397, nigga. A legend was made, nigga.
Welcome to another episode of Around the 412. I'm Tyler, and with me as always are Smitty and Herb.
What?
What's up?
Hello.
What?
Normally you say what's going on, guys,
Yeah,
or like
what's up?
how
Yeah.
we doing. Like you just said, I'm Tyler. With me always are Smitty and Herb.
Yep, that's it.
That was today's show. Bye, guys.
We are here. All right. Well, yeah. Based off the intro music, I think you can tell where we're going with the outro already. Just last week we lost two rappers like right after our show. So, and it probably would have been like during had we recorded at normal time.
Yeah, we
So-
recorded early last week.
For context, because I know there's people that like this stuff. They were shitty people, but one seemed to be turning his life around, so I don't really care.
Yeah, I mean, like people said though, had like Malcolm X died at the age that X died
Yeah,
at, he would have
yeah.
been a terrible
Yeah.
viewed as a terrible person.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no one
And-
deserves to have their life taken like that.
Anybody who's talking bad about X, if you're sad about Chris Brown whenever he dies, then fuck off.
Don't talk ill about the dead. That's all I'll say.
Um,
Unless it's Hitler.
Jesus Christ.
Hey,
That's a hell of a jump.
Do we remember how we ended? What was it last week?
We
2
went
weeks
from
ago,
X to Hitler.
when he was bringing up the Wikipedia of the worst owner in sports,
Oh,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I had to cut him off.
Marge Shot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's not bring that
You
back
muted
up.
me.
Yeah, let's not do that again.
But it's just us this week for the first time this month on a Monday.
Thank God.
Yeah. So 4th, 11th, 18th, we had a prospect on every week. So finally, just us.
It's
Get
nice.
some time to ourselves.
Okay.
Get some time to ourselves.
I'm
No,
just gonna put a
but-
stop to that.
Yeah. No, but it was honest. I think we've mentioned it a lot, but like last week was really cool.
Yeah.
I think he was like very well spoken, and it was cool that he was doing it from like the hotel of
Yeah.
his All-Star game, which he played in the following day. But yeah, there's a lot more to come hopefully. So stay tuned.
What was that?
I want them to be able to hear that.
But what
Pretty sure
was
they
it?
did.
I don't know. So
It
we'll
was
get
like
into
bless
some
up.
get into some questions. First off, Doug wants to know overrated and underrated Pop-Tart flavors.
Is brown sugar underrated?
No, it's overrated.
'Cause I love it.
Yeah, that's my overrated one.
This all right.
Okay, you know what? My overrated one is just chocolate fudge. My underrated one is the peanut butter. The limited edition one, 'cause it's fucking amazing.
My overrated is definitely brown sugar. I don't think it's that good. Underrated. That one's harder. Like, I guess cookies and cream one. I don't know. I think there's a cookies and cream one, or like
Yeah.
chocolate vanilla cream, or cookies and cream. I don't know. There's something like that.
No, there's definitely cookies and cream. Okay,
Okay.
my overrated is Pop-Tarts. And my underrated is toaster strudel.
Oh, I haven't had one of those.
Toaster
in
strudel's
years.
good. It's just
I do not
Pop Tarts
like-
are just easier 'cause you don't have to like heat them up.
Yeah, I mean you don't even actually have to put them in the like. Do you guys actually put them in the toaster,
No,
or you just eat them
I just eat
with
them.
the other package?
Yeah.
It depends.
Well,
I don't remember the last time I ate one like and toasted it.
Oh, dude, it's so good.
I feel like that's dependent on the flavor though too.
Yeah, brown sugar is
I see.
supposed to be heated up, and with a little bit of butter on top.
Yeah, brown sugar sucks.
Well, that's why you had it as the overrated. All right, so Denardo wants to know if, by season's end, who ends with more Rookie of the Year votes,
Not a
Meadows or
question.
Soto?
Not a question. It's Soto.
Yeah.
Not a question.
I agree.
Can,
I don't
can
even
you
thi-
hear the pure hate in my voice right now about the Pirates?
I mean, I'm a huge fan of both, obviously, but Soto plays in Washington. I mean, I think he's gonna have the better numbers anyway.
Yeah,
But
he's younger.
he's just, I think, more known around baseball, like outside of Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So
Plus,
even
if Austin Meadows keeps playing on this team, he's eventually going to decline,
yeah,
right?
Though.
What?
Decline though.
Yeah. Especially if he starts playing center field, definitely going to decline.
yeah, we'll get to the Pirates in a little bit, but yeah, I'm going Soto on that. We have 2 questions about S-Rod, so he's actually the most asked player for some reason. If anybody wants to know about the hot topic, I guess. Ross wants to know how much longer can they keep rolling him out there before he gets DFA'd and they bring up a better option in AAA.
The entire
As
season.
long as they want.
The entire season.
Being totally honest, I think it's reaching its breaking point. I think it's coming within the next 2 weeks.
Did you hear what Huntington said
When?
yesterday?
About S-Rod?
Mm-hmm. They're
No.
willing to give him as much time as he needs, and they're disappointed that that his numbers aren't what they thought and
But
hoped.
okay,
to be.
if you keep having to this, like, 'cause the previous week he said that they haven't reached the point yet with him where they feel like they need to move on.
Mhm.
Like, if he keeps being a topic of discussion, doesn't that tell you something right there?
Mhm.
But yeah, so there's definitely better options. Like, you can't do any, like, he's the worst player I think I've ever watched. This is the worst season. Like, I mean, we're gonna get to a player having the worst season possibly in baseball history in a little bit, but that's really terrible. And I would love to see Kevin Newt, Chris Davis, Orioles.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Mm.
But because it goes along with, like, you're reversing one of the best seasons in
Mhm.
Mike Trout, and then
Yeah.
Chris Davis having one of the worst seasons. But I'll bring that up later.
Yeah.
And because Cody also asked who goes first, S-Rod or Hurdle, or who he might have said who should go first.
Please go at the same time.
Let me double check
Please just go at the same time. That'd make my life.
because I don't
Amazing.
want to.
Holy hell!
who
What a
needs
save.
who needs to go more?
Oh, I mean,
I'm going S-Rod needs to go more.
yeah,
I think they both should.
yeah.
If S-Rod goes, then Hurdle can't make the mistake of playing him.
Did you see the people saying that Huntington is causing Rodriguez to be in the lineup every day?
No, but it's his
Well-
fault he's on the team.
Well, yeah, I agree with that. But do you know how much that hurts my brain that people think the GM is making the lineup?
You know who's getting the least blame out of, like, anyone, and it's deserving, is Bob Nutting.
I know somehow in the situation
David Todd ripped into him today
he did.
because he hasn't, like, where's Bob Nutting been?
In
Like,
West
he really
Virginia.
yeah, he's really only showed up for,
I
like,
mean, where's he ever been? He never cares about the team.
He showed up
Like,
whenever
he
they were
doesn't-
doing well.
I mean,
He'd actually come to the games when they were doing well.
but 16, 17 now, I don't. He's been to, like, a couple games this season.
Exactly, because
So-
he doesn't want to show his face. He doesn't
but
wanna
he's
deal with
still
questions.
like, so really the only time you see him is, like, the charity
Uh-huh.
appearances and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But
that's what he can dodge.
That's what I
everything.
expect, so I really don't care where he's been.
and the last question, I guess, is specifically for me. It's regarding the NBA draft.
Oh.
The Orlando Magic selected Mo Bamba.
Yeah.
And Cody wants to know what I think of the pick. That dude has a 7'10" wingspan.
Yeah, he seems
I don't
decent. I mean, obviously, like, dude's massive, but he seems like
If
he
there's
actually has
one-
Wait, what do you
skill.
mean, obviously, for you?
Because he said, what does Smitty think about?
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Because for, like, I guess we both, like, if I always said if I had to pick an NBA team, it's probably the Trailblazers, but I like the Magic too. I don't know why.
Shaq.
No, because I was never really, like, a big Shaq fan.
Oh,
I think I liked, like, their jerseys that had, like, the
pinstripes.
pinstripes through them. Yeah,
So
I don't know,
Shaq
like,
era
which-
Magic.
I guess. And, like, Tracy McGrady in that uniform too.
I forgot he was on the Magic. Holy shit.
But yeah, if there's one player in this draft that I think's, like, capable of winning Defensive Player of the Year, it's probably him. Just
Yeah.
because he has a 7'10" wingspan, stands 7'1".
Try and jump over me. I dare you.
Did you see his workout thing that went viral?
No.
The people were, like, bringing it around town. You didn't see that?
No.
I don't even know what exactly it's for, but it's like, I guess it's like a cardio workout, like almost how you do, like, the with the ropes.
Yeah.
But it's like you're doing like this,
I gotcha.
and people, like, it was like a side by side video.
Yeah. Town.
But it's a very good pick. I think it was a safe pick.
Oh, 100%. Plus, great name. Great Mamba number 5 jokes.
Yeah. Okay, so moving on to the NFL.
I have questions.
Always forget about those.
I know.
Plus, the last couple of weeks we haven't really had questions.
Yeah,
so
I know.
it's kind of thrown me off.
Well, I mean, we could talk about these whenever we get to hockey because they're all hockey related.
We'll do
if you
that
want.
then.
That's
So-
fine.
Real quick in the NFL, there's only a couple things, which is why, like, I don't know how. Shout out again to, they gave us a shout out on their last episode, the Pile on the Pylon podcast. I don't know how they have a podcast about football right now.
Yeah, in the off season.
Like,
I don't understand.
it's crazy.
Like
Like, I guess
whenever-
I could see, like, the NFL draft time and,
Like NS9 in December.
yeah,
Like, what do they talk about?
exactly. I mean, thank God that we have content regardless, because something's always going to be going on in something in one of the sports. But, like, so shout out to those guys for finding a way to do a show every week with a lack of content. But Jameis Winston is going to get suspended, looks like, for 3 games, which means he'll miss the game against the Steelers.
Wait, for what?
And dating back to, like, the abuse thing with an Uber driver.
How
I think it
long ago
20
was that?
2016.
Oh, wow. Damn. Took
Mm.
him forever. Who's the Patriot
uh,
wide receiver that just got suspended?
Eat the Edelman.
That's what I thought.
He, honestly,
Might.
I have a bad feeling about that,
Yeah.
that he might get away with it.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Because of the way that they handled the paperwork, and it's like an unknown substance.
It is
like,
the Patriots.
It's not necessarily something that they knows ban. They decided basically to suspend him and then let him appeal, and hopefully they'll have more information after that.
That's stupid. They should just waited until they had facts.
But
Facts.
that was actually the next thing. I don't know if anything is actually going to come of that. But anyway, with Jameis Winston's suspension, so they play. Is it the Saints, Eagles, and then us? Their first 3 weeks.
Ooh.
Yeah, it doesn't look good for the start of their season
Ooh.
without Winston.
Who's their backup?
Even Ryan Fitzpatrick,
Ooh.
journeyman. I mean, he's okay, but even with
Ah.
Winston, I think they go 0-3 in those games.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
yeah.
Like, what do they have? Mike Evans, Jameis Winston.
Jordan Whitehead.
Okay.
No, they just drafted running back early. Ronald Jones from USC.
Okay.
Gerald McCoy's pretty good on defense. Quan Alexander, but like, yeah,
They don't have much.
they're
They could have been good.
going to be in the running for. I mean, I think that they'll probably have one of the top 5 picks in next year's draft.
Fair enough.
And that's a team that I said last year I thought would be in the playoff mix. That's pretty
I thought they'd
crazy
be
that I'm
close.
making
Oh,
that much
yeah.
of a difference.
Yeah.
Like,
Wait, didn't you pick them to go to the Super
Did I?
Bowl?
I knew that I had.
Holy
did.
I loved the Buccaneers going into last season. I don't know why. I mean, I love Winston.
I'm almost positive.
Oh,
you picked
and they
them for
brought
the
in
Super
Deshaun
Bowl.
Jackson. I think that I said if I'm picking with my heart, I'm going Steelers, Buccaneers. If I'm picking with my mind, it's Packers, Patriots, Packers maybe. But I ended up saying I'm going to go with my heart. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And this is why you don't listen to 3 guys talking about sports that don't have any form of degree.
Whoa. No.
You listen to us for entertainment purposes only.
All right. And the last thing in the NFL, apparently nothing's going to end up happening with Martavis. Looks like he's in clear.
Yeah.
He didn't fail a drug test. He didn't have one scheduled that he didn't show up to.
Like, where did that come
So
from?
then, what was the big deal?
I don't know. I don't know why that they thought that there was a suspension coming.
Yeah, that was.
Just assumed by association.
They were just like, hey, he has
Like,
They're
yeah.
like, what the hell's going on? It's June and Martavis isn't suspended yet.
We got to report
Something's
something.
got to be coming.
Yeah. Where's the
But
paper?
We got to sell articles, so let's just rig this one up.
That's becoming a bigger issue, and I'm surprised. Articles for clicks just across the board.
Oh my God.
It's becoming a huge
Well,
problem.
the problem is most people that do sports writing, they're paid based on the traffic
Clicks,
they
yeah.
create, and
Yeah.
it's in clicks. So like,
Clickbait.
yeah, all that they're trying to do is get you to click on it. That determines how much money they make.
That's why I like
that's,
the Athletic.
It's just like YouTubers. Clickbait is terrible.
That's why I like the Athletic. You pay for actually good writing. Not a sponsor, but definitely.
Rob Beardtemple's a writer for the Athletic.
Yeah.
Well, he's really the only blemish.
Yeah.
Why does he dislike Starling Marte so much?
I don't know. I didn't know that because I'm blocked.
Are you still?
Yeah. They had
Like he wants to trade him.
The Athletic had that thing where if you pay for the Athletic subscription, then you can DM them your
Yeah, I
subscription, and
remember
then
that.
he'll unblock you or
Yeah.
something like that.
Mhm.
I didn't even worry about it. I don't care if he blocks me. I don't like him anyway.
That's crazy.
I'm not gonna read his stuff.
But he said that he would trade Marte at this deadline.
Why?
I don't know.
Marte's probably the
Probably
only one
because
that you
of
can
the
rely on
suspension
going
last year.
forward.
Probably because of his suspension last year.
I feel like it's old white dude likes old white dude things.
Trade Dickerson.
Trade
Please.
everyone.
Trade the
Everyone.
Trade the owners.
Move the team to
Kansas City. Oh wait, That was the Penguins.
Wait, what? 2 teams in
Yeah,
Kansas
give
City,
'em two,
both
give
small
'em two.
markets.
Yeah.
Uh,
Moving back to Quebec.
If you
Let's have
combine
3 teams in New York.
if you combine 2 small market teams, what do you get?
2 small market teams.
Central
But
Valley
that
High
just
School.
become one club.
2 rosters in one.
They still wouldn't be good.
Yeah. Well, you never know. 2014, or was it 2015 when the Royals won?
2015, yeah.
Yeah, 2015 Royals and Pirates would have made a really goddamn good team.
Oh yeah, in 2015.
Yeah.
And now they have Alex Gordon on like his $100 million contract.
By the way, what is Wagner Kutch's problem?
What do you mean?
Do you see him saying Huntington has a terrible track record in trading prospects, and he's only traded 2,
Has he only traded 2?
maybe 3? Harold
Well-
Ramirez, Reese McGuire, and Joe Connor, or Connor Joe, whatever his name was.
Well, Keon Broxton.
I don't count Keon.
I mean, I'm not saying that they like became anything,
But Keon was already
what
in the
we
majors.
got back, we didn't
Who was the
become
second
anything either.
baseman?
Like it's
Which second baseman? Oh, what? No.
We saw his
Alan Hansen.
Yeah.
We didn't. Did we trade him? I thought we just DFA'd him.
Yeah, I don't think that we traded him. I think
Yeah.
he just left.
Mm.
Granted, I
know.
would like to see him get a
He wasn't like his
Little bit better of a
contract
chance,
wasn't
but-
renewed.
yeah, or something stupid like that.
I don't know. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else.
Did we just switch to baseball, by the way?
That's what I
Yeah.
was gonna be. Well, no, I was gonna do NHL first, but
That's
screw it.
fine. I just wanted to ask that real quick, just to see if anybody had any thoughts on it. Because I saw that and I'm like, wait, I don't think he's traded too much. Because they're notorious for not trading at least top end prospects.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely not. I don't think that. The problem is even if you go minor leaguer for minor leaguer, if that guy at least makes the majors, and then the guy that we get back doesn't
Yeah.
do anything, then it's still a good trade for that team, I guess.
Yeah.
So, Broxton for Jason Rogers. I mean, Rogers was here briefly, but I think Keon Broxton's the better player, I guess.
Yeah, I agreed.
He's at least a starter.
Yeah. Well, I mean, is he starting out there still?
Well,
I was going to say, not now after Kane and Yelich.
yeah, he did last year.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he's not, I mean, I'm not saying he's good. I'm just saying
He's fast.
he's been on a major league roster for an extended period of time.
Well, I mean, he was up here too before he got traded.
Yeah.
But still.
But
Anyway.
yeah, I don't think there's much with that.
Yeah.
I don't know. But we'll just stick with baseball then. We can do the NHL last.
Oh, okay.
So, going more into the Pirates.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I really don't know. Like, I was texting Jamal about this. We had a conversation in the group message. It's just kind of hard to piece together everything that's going on because there's so much going on with the reasons that they're terrible.
Mm-hmm.
But they've gone from, I mean, they were one of the best teams in baseball for the first 7 weeks. And then since then, they've been one of the 5 worst.
2 teams have done that. The Pirates and Mets.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I mean, we're as close now to the Cardinals for third place as the Reds are to as we are to last place.
You know what I think it is? I think it's a DiNardo's dugout curse.
Aren't we,
I think that's
aren't
what it
we
is.
closer to the Reds for last than we are to the second wild card?
Yeah, I think it was
Maybe, yeah. Because we're as I just know that we're as close to third place as we are to last in the Central.
I think it's 9 games back, 6 ahead of last. I think, maybe 4. Can't remember. Anyway, I think it's a DiNardo's dugout curse.
Why? What did they say?
No, it's DiNardo's a Pirates guy.
9 games
Geddes-
back, 4 ahead.
Holy shit! I can't finish a thought. Geddes is a Mets guy. Both of them suck. It's DiNardo's
Uh,
dugout.
That's true.
2 different reasons, but one is the training
So,
staff. One
yeah,
is
okay,
literally everything.
Look at in the NL. The only teams that the Pirates are in front of now are the Padres. I almost said Chargers. They're the Padres, Reds, Mets, and Marlins.
Yeah, we're 2 games
Back
closer
to
to the
Chargers.
Red. No, we're 2 games closer to the Reds than we are to the wild card.
Can I just bash the mic into my skull? That'd be more fun than watching baseball at this point.
It's not like I tweeted this yesterday. I can watch losing baseball.
Hmm?
Like I've done it for a very long period of time.
20 years.
If they say they're going to lose,
But
or
no,
if
if
they, know
they
they're gonna lose,
if they just commit to the
Losing.
younger guys,
What?
younger guys, and I mean that necessarily might not even make them worse,
Mm-hmm.
but
Well, no,
just
no,
like
no,
guys
yeah.
that have somewhat of a ceiling potentially, like you want to see more of.
So here's the thing. in the entire 20-year drought, I don't think they ever once said they're willing to lose. They haven't said it since they made the playoffs.
No, they've never actually had like
I didn't
a
mean
full-
willing to lose. I'm just saying
a rebuild.
don't say you're going to try to win.
But they do every year.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah, they shouldn't.
I know.
It's a bunch of bullcrap coming out of their mouth, and we all know it.
Because they don't know how to PR, essentially. I saw a tweet today. They don't just step on a landmine. They set off the whole goddamn field for PR. Right?
Yeah.
I've said it multiple times. I think it gets kind of misconstrued in the way I speak, but burn the whole thing down. Start again. In the whole
Well-
situation, I think the easiest thing to change would be the coaching staff, and that's where I would personally go with it. But just burn the whole goddamn thing down.
Yeah, I mean,
The owner's not going to go, so after the owner, everyone down, just change it.
Yep, just throw a match into the haystack.
I mean, all right. So let's talk about some of the discussion that we had
Mhm.
in our group text
I
about
can't even remember half. of what I
about
said.
well, okay, just specifically the general manager Neil Huntington,
Yeah.
who
Are you talking
It
about
all
the
started-
book that I
yeah,
woke up
the
to?
book that you woke up to.
I took a nap, woke up, and there was just paragraphs.
Problem number one is you took a nap.
So, I think where was I going with this? You originally texted me and said something about, or you texted
I
us.
said it's time for Musgrove to go to the bullpen, right?
Yeah, that's what.
And fire the coaches.
Yeah,
I think
and
that's
then
what I said.
and then I said, and the GM can go too, or something. And then that's when we started going back and forth.
Yeah.
My thing is just like, I don't know how many, and I don't think he's a bad GM by any means.
Yeah.
I think it's time for a change because we've seen the exact same stuff year after year. He's just in a spot where he's either, like you said, in a lose-lose situation in most
Or a
people's eyes,
win-win, yeah, like you said.
or I think some people view him in a win-win because he either looks like he made a great trade, like the Melanson deal where we got at the time Rivero, now Vasquez, and Hearn back, which it was a good deal.
I wish we had Rivera
Or
back.
or if he makes a or if he makes a bad deal, then he just has the Nuttings wallet crutch to
Yeah.
fall back on.
Yeah.
And he's doing the best that he can. And I wonder how many GMs he can put in the exact same spot and still have that with.
I don't know why. I don't feel like you can put a whole lot there. Like, and I think I said it in the group chat. I don't know why. There's just like this gut feeling to me that most GMs wouldn't be able to handle the position that Huntington's in right now. Just because if you look around baseball, a lot of guys just spend money just because.
Well, I guess here's a question: how different would it be if we didn't have Nutting? Like, would it really be that different?
That's a good question. I think it would be.
Like, would the team really look that different? Because
I
how
think-
much more are they going to spend?
I think other parts would be on the team.
What would you spend money on?
Pitching?
Pitching?
Probably, yeah.
But the thing is, you can change the owner. That doesn't change your market size.
Well, that's what
Like,
I'm saying.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Is
It's
how
like,
different
I
is
still
the team
think you're-
actually going to be?
I
It
still
doesn't-
think you're bringing in the same amount of money. You might have an owner that's willing to
Spend more.
not gain
Spend like
as much
15 million more.
as much profit,
Like
but
that's the thing. Like the whole problem to me and what people see and complain about Nutting is he is making money off everything. He owns newspapers, for Christ's sake, and still makes money off of it.
Yeah.
Put money into the team.
but you're not allowed to put money from other avenues into a different. Like you can't put
Well,
put
the
his
money
from
he's even making off the
Seven
Pirates.
Springs and yeah, I know. But I'm saying as far as like the newspapers and Seven
Well,
Springs.
yeah, I know.
But he
But
could put
he-
the Pirate money into Seven Springs.
Yeah, yeah. Like that's the problem. Put the Pirate money into the Pirates. Put the Seven Springs money into Seven Springs. Stop fucking holding on to the money.
Sell your damn newspaper. Why do you want to
Yeah.
own a newspaper?
I don't understand that.
Does
I don't
anybody even
understand-
still read the newspaper?
Apparently, 'cause he's making money off of it. I don't get it. He just bought another one too. I can't remember what it was.
Something in West Virginia.
Yeah, it makes no sense. How?
I don't know.
I like. To me, the biggest issue is the owner. Just because the money that is coming from the team is not being put into the team.
But the owner's not going to change. So
Exactly.
next.
That's what I've been saying for goddamn 5 years now.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. Like, if the owner was really different, how different would the team be? I don't think it'd be terribly different.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think it'd be terribly different. I think we'd have a little bit different looking of a rotation. That's really it.
Which you could even have though if it's just money being spent the
correct
exact
way,
same.
yeah.
The exact same cap or not cap, but
cap.
What am I looking for?
Internal cap. I'd say internal cap.
The same total salary of the
Yeah.
team, but spent differently.
Yeah.
Like,
Not on
Or
Sean
p-
Rodriguez
it's
and
the same
David Freese and
payroll?
Ivan Nova.
yeah, their payroll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not if it wasn't spent on Sean Rodriguez, David Freese, and Ivan Nova, I think this team would look a lot different and a lot better. But that's currently our situation.
Are the I don't even want to bring it up. Never mind.
But
I feel like I'd get roasted for bringing up the Penguins in a Pirates conversation.
I mean,
I was just gonna ask: are the Penguins gonna, with the new payroll, are they spending more than the Pirates are?
no. The Pirates are wait.
New payrolls or
Maybe.
new cap space is almost 80 million.
79.5. I think the Pirates are under 75. Right?
Not that it matters.
I think the Penguins spent more last year than the Pirates did this year.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to like say like the Penguins are different. I'm just saying.
Well,
like,
no, that's the thing. Like at this table specifically, I think the three of us are smart enough to realize the differences between the sports and how it works.
yeah, but people listening think I'm just gonna start shitting on the Pirates. It's like, no,
Well,
I'm just bringing up that.
did you see somebody on Twitter called Smitty a Pirates blogger?
Yeah, we don't blog. We podcast. It's
That
cooler.
was the funniest thing in the world. I'm like, we can only hope that never happens.
I'm going to now.
What are you looking for, by the way? How much the Pirates spent?
Yeah.
I want to say this year's
This year?
payroll was somewhere in the 70s. And this is the part of the episode where I sit here and stare into the camera and wait.
Active payroll 65 million. Total payroll 98 million. That includes disabled list money, retained salary, and buried minor league salary. But their active payroll is 65 million.
That's the Pirates?
Yeah.
What? Retained salary and everything is 98?
Yeah, like when you add up the retained salary,
Jesus Christ.
disabled list, and buried money.
Well, right now Cervelli's on there because he's on the concussion list. But who are they retaining on other than Kutch?
Hold on.
Hudson,
Ooh.
maybe. I don't know. They
I
sent
didn't.
$1 million.
Yeah. Now that's actually a really good question. Is sending money the
See,
same as
disabled
retaining?
list is Cervelli, Feliz, Schugel, Nick Birdie, and Any Romero.
Oh, that's right. He's still on the team.
Yeah, everybody. It was like Eddie Romero will be DFA'd. Wait, never mind.
He's on
going
the DL.
Then
He's going to come right off the DL and go back to DFA.
retained salary. Wait, why is Travis Swaggerty on retained salary?
Signing bonus?
I guess it's
Yeah.
4.4.
Yeah.
By the way, should we
Then
bring that up?
Contos, McCutcheon, Ashcraft, Shehuan Bay,
Shejuan.
Jaquan Bay, Daniel Hudson,
Oh, my God.
Connor Kaiser, Aaron Shortridge, Chris Stewart, Michael Flynn, Brett Kinnaman, Zach Spear. I've never heard of half these people.
Probably because it's all signing bonus.
Yeah.
Brent Sitta, Jonah Davis, Colin Shelby, Zach Susie, Cam Aldred. Yeah,
We get
there's
it.
just a lot of them.
We get it.
But yeah,
Chris
So,
Stewart.
but the people that are on
So,
the
yeah,
field
the-
today, 65 million.
The Penguins are more expensive than the Pirates.
What a shock. They also have better players.
Yeah.
And a salary cap. God damn it. I want a salary cap so bad.
We need the Pirates needed the floor.
I don't think there's a.
To make the
They
other.
need a salary cap in baseball. They need a salary floor.
I think they need a salary cap for the Yankees, for Christ's sake.
Well, how are you going to implement a salary cap when everybody already has contracts?
I mean, the
You
NHL
have
did.
to trade this guy.
The NHL did.
like-
The NHL did.
But I think they put it a salary cap where they could keep everyone because the contracts weren't nearly as high then.
Well, yeah, no, It's
What would the floor be? 100?
no.
I mean, they got a salary cap after a lockout.
Probably be.
Are we going to
80.
lock out baseball?
Well, that's the thing. That's what the big discussion was at the
I want
beginning of the
100.
year. Is the MLB will never put
100 what?
100 million floor.
Oh, I think 100 million salary cap. You get no one. Why are you looking at the camera?
the MLB will never put a salary cap on the league until the Yankees don't turn a profit.
MLB won't do it because then the owners won't make as much money.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, no, the owners will make more money if they have a salary cap because they don't
Oh,
have
yeah.
to pay as much.
Yeah.
So that's that's why the MLB probably won't do it because the owners already make a shit ton of money.
The league's going to go under before they even have that thought. Why?
Nice.
So, yeah, it's just there's so many. The Pirates are a very complex team to figure out. There's so many things are going wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about who they should trade. Because let's be honest, they should sell at the deadline.
Anyone over the age of
But-
29.
But here's the thing: we know that they're gonna sell some guys off, but they're also gonna buy guys.
Why?
Like
There's
last year,
no reason.
what was the reason?
They're in the middle ground. Last year, I said the exact same thing. They're in the middle ground where it's like, we don't want to admit that we're terrible, but we want to show that we're not giving up on the team, so we're going to sell and buy. Why? Just sell the team.
Like they
not
trade-
the team, not the team. Sell players off the team.
They trade Tony
Sell the
Watson.
Major League roster.
They trade Tony Watson, and the guy that they got back actually looked pretty promising.
They got
O'Neal
two.
Cruz. Yeah, well, O'Neal Cruz.
Yeah.
And is the main one of that. And then they decide to bring in Joaquin Benoit for some reason to
Yeah.
take his spot.
To be fair, that was kind of a tank move.
But
He didn't play it like it was. He didn't say like it was.
Oh, no, but in
yeah,
all reality,
he took
it definitely was.
he was coming here to take the 8th inning role.
Yeah.
It didn't make any sense.
Holy shit, was he bad?
And he was a free agent at season's end, which, like, thank God that he was. But, like, why'd you even go get him then?
What did they get anything else with him? Can't remember. I don't think so. What'd they send? I think it was just cash, right?
I don't know.
I believe
actually.
it was just cash.
Maybe. For some reason, I was thinking it was like a...
Because I feel like that was a we'll take your bad contract kind of deal.
What was stupid.
I know, I agree. I feel like that was
I
more of
just-
a business deal than anything.
It's another... Oh, he's pitching for the Nationals this year?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
I don't know how he still has a job.
The 1 foot in, 1 foot out approach just is getting old.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Take both feet out. And then
Jump into
sell
the
all the
shark
old
pit.
people.
Seth McGarry.
Who?
Cervelli, bye. Harrison, bye. Dickerson, bye.
Mercer. Can they get anything
Mercer?
from Mercer?
Send him to the freaking moon.
Sun. Send him to the sun. Honestly, the only person I think I would keep would be Cervelli. Just because he's actually good. And if you think you have a chance, why not keep him?
Well, he's actually good. That's why they should sell him.
I agree.
I love Cervelli, but yeah, I don't think it's the right move to hold on to him.
Cervelli
how many
would-
more... Like, what if these concussions continue? I mean, if you
Yeah.
can sell him right now...
Cervelli would probably be the player that I would miss most out of everybody that we'd sell.
Agreed.
Yeah.
As much shit as I talked on him for getting a contract because he had one healthy year, he's actually good when he's healthy.
Yes. Agreed. Seth McGarry is a pitcher.
Where is he right now? How old is he?
Pitching for Reading. 20...
Double A.
he's
Messi
year-
with
he's
the soft touch.
24?
24 in Double A.
Yeah.
He'll probably make the major leagues at some point as a bullpen arm.
Why can't we just call up Kevin Newman? What's the point of keeping him down with? He has
I don't,
he has pretty
who
good
even
numbers,
knows if he's going to be good? Like,
but who
but
cares?
yeah. But who knows that he's not?
Yeah,
Just
I
try.
mean, like,
I'd rather just see.
who really cares? I mean, is it going to be really that much worse than Jordy Mercer? And if it is, who cares?
Yeah.
We're selling players anyway. At least
If it
they
is,
should.
then it's another first-round pick that sucks.
Yeah.
Would you be surprised
I
by
mean,
No.
that? How many of our
But-
first-round picks have destroyed the minors, came up, and then absolutely sucked ass?
Sucked ass or not lived
Glass
up to the
down
expectations?
Until this
lived
year?
up. Not lived up.
Glass
you-
now until this year.
Last night wasn't a first-round pick.
Oh, he's
He
a
was like
second round pick?
16th.
He was like a fifth.
Oh, I don't know.
It was either 6th or 16th. I can't remember.
So how
Uh,
much I care.
Yeah.
So Tyon was taken second overall.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of on the current roster.
Mm-hmm.
Meadows.
Oh,
was obviously
Tyon
in the
sucks
first
this year, so there's that.
round. Meadows was obviously in the first round.
I don't think he's going to suck, though.
If Meadows sucks,
But
sell
okay,
the
think
team.
about it. The best two hitters that I can think that we've developed recently are McCutcheon and I mean if you want to throw in Neil Walker, I guess. And they were drafted before they were drafted by Littlefield.
Yeah. God, he's terrible.
Littlefield.
And
Yeah.
his trades were terrible. Like with those teams, like you had a chance to
Be
at least
decent.
get some. But I'm saying when you were to trade these guys,
Uh-huh.
get something for the future, and they were just the trades were just always terrible.
At least the Bay trade was for Hanrahan.
He could have gotten Ryan Howard back-to-back years.
For who?
He declined trades. The first year it was Chris Benson, and then he declined a trade for him the following year for Kip Wells.
I hate Dave Littlefield. I hate him so much.
So, yeah,
He's ruining the Tigers too.
the Tigers. They're probably envious of the Pirates, which is funny.
Yeah.
But all right,
By the way, Tyler's mesmerized by what's going on the TV. I think that's messy.
It is.
Are we gonna talk any World Cup? Because I haven't barely watched any.
Messi sucks.
Shots fired. The part of the podcast where he goes silent for 5 minutes.
How many
Oh.
goals does he actually have for Argentina in his career?
For Argentina?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you wanted me to look it up?
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, go Iceland. Go Iceland. Go Senegal.
What the Senegal?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was. I've never heard of them.
Wait,
I
that's
couldn't
that's
remember
a
where
country?
it was. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
in Africa.
Never heard of it.
I thought it
until-
was an island.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
never heard of it until the World Cup.
No, I remembered it from school, but I couldn't remember where it was. I thought it was an island like around Madagascar, but
Mm.
it's on the northwestern side of Africa. It's a coast. It's a relatively small country. It's bigger than Iceland, though.
Good for them.
First World Cup appearance since '98.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought you were gonna say ever.
No, it was either 2002 or '98.
Hmm.
Can't remember.
Speaking of the World Cup, though, U.S. is gonna be part of hosting it.
When?
They won the bid with Canada and Mexico, joint bid.
Oh, so it's just gonna be North American.
Yeah, I guess.
What are you asking in the World Cup or for Argentina, period?
Oh
World
no, yeah, in the World Cup.
Yeah.
Well, I have to look up something else.
Oh,
I'm pretty
boy.
sure. I think it's like 5 goals.
Yikes.
Yeah, 5 goals in 17 games.
I feel like that's not that bad. I feel like it's not great for somebody of his
Yeah.
legacy, but that's not bad.
No, it's
Hell, Ronaldo had 3 in one game.
Yeah, that's my point.
How funny was that? Didn't he get like sentenced to 2 years
Harry
suspended?
Kane,
Yeah, that wasn't that last goal he scored.
though. It wasn't even really like
Yeah.
his
Anyway,
deflection.
yeah.
What's funny is I decided to change my kit on my guy on Fortnite because I'm wearing the soccer player, and I switched to England. And I was already wearing number 9, which is the number he wears. So
Okay then.
immediately, first game, I was like, "Go in soccer field." All right, last thing in baseball. Finally, not talking about the Pirates, thank God, because I can't do it anymore. Bryce Harper's been pretty bad.
Yeah. He's pricing himself into a pirate uniform.
Apparently, the Rays.
Yeah, David.
But like, how do you evaluate him on the free agent market?
Lowball him. If he keeps this up, lowball his ass.
But you still got to think a team's just gonna
Oh, they
see
definitely
the
will.
potential in
They definitely will, but if they're smart, they're going to lowball him until he accepts someone.
yeah.
He's a Scott Boras guy, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's possible.
See, the thing
then
is,
he's not going to get low ball.
Yeah.
that's the thing is he has like and Scott Boras actually has a pretty good relationship with the Nationals.
Yeah.
Like for Scott Boras, like he has a ton of clients on that team,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why I don't necessarily think that it's a foregone conclusion. He's leaving Washington.
Yeah, at this point, if he continues to suck, I think he's staying there on a bridge deal, 2-3 years.
Which they would love that
Yeah.
if they can get
That'd
him
be killer.
for.
Because if he leaves, they're done. Which I think they're done even in the first place, but
Yeah, I mean 2 or 3 years that is within their window still.
yeah. They still have pieces coming up through the minors, but
Robles
I don't like it.
and Soto out there.
Yeah. Is Robles in the majors or no? I think
I
he's
don't
still in
think-
AAA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Messi has more points than Ronaldo in the World Cup history.
What?
Just saying.
I don't
How?
give a damn about points.
He has 7. Ronaldo has.
Does anybody actually care about assists in soccer?
They have assists in soccer?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, he has 7 goals. Messi has 5. But Messi has 5 assists. He has 1
Wow.
In World Cup
in his World Cup history. Yeah.
Wow.
So he only had 4 before the game they scored a hat trick.
This is
He has 4 goals this year.
this is literally Ovechkin and Crosby.
He had 1 goal in each of the 3 previous World Cups he played in.
This is Ovechkin and Crosby. One is a goal scorer, one is a playmaker that happens to score.
Yeah.
There, we somehow North Americanized soccer, brought it back around to hockey.
All right. Oh wait, no, I forgot about the other thing that I wanted to bring up.
What?
Can anybody guess what Chris Davis's WRC plus is?
It's got it.
40.
Is it possible to be negative?
No.
38.
30.
No.
Is it higher? Or
Is
lower?
that too high?
It is lower than 30.
22.
Please tell me
It
it's
is
12.
It's higher.
Oh.
27.
Yep, it's 27.
Oh, nice. Third
God.
guess. Third guess.
What's the league average?
And somehow, oh wait, no. Right now he's a -2 WAR player.
Oh my God.
36.9% K rate.
Like -2, not like -0.2.
No, -2.
-2.
Like, and he only has 5 home runs,
Is he still playing every game?
Didn't he have like 40 last year or 2 years ago?
and he's only slugging 242.
There's no way he's playing
Didn't he
every day.
This is
Didn't he
Chris
have over-
Davis.
Didn't he have over 40 like a year or 2 ago? Home
40
runs.
what?
Home runs.
Yeah, I mean he had last year he had 26. Year before that he had 38. Year before that he had 47. Year before that he had 26, but was hurt for a period of time.
There's no way he's
The year
playing
before
every
that
day.
he had 53.
Is he playing every day still?
Is he playing first base every day still?
Is he DHing
He has 244 plate appearances.
That's literally playing Sean Rodriguez.
He has 60 games played.
That's somehow playing worse than Sean Rodriguez. Actually, I don't know if I want to say worse because I don't know if he commits as many errors.
151 batting, 230 OBP.
Isn't league average 100 for WRC plus?
Yeah, so he's 73% below league average.
Ooh, that's impressive.
It's impressive. Yeah, it's
It's
so bad that it's
impressive.
impressive.
Yeah.
You have to like try to be that
Like
terrible.
normally I would say they're in the MLB for a reason because they're all better than us. But I think you could probably pull one of us out there and be better than that.
I'm not gonna say that.
I will.
If I can use an aluminum bat, but he has to use a wooden one.
Yeah.
If I can use an aluminum bat and the pitcher promises to throw like 70
Do you see the kid on Barstool?
With no movement.
with no,
Yeah.
straight down the
Just
middle.
straight fastballs. Do you see the kid on Barstool? He like dropped the bat between his legs and hit a home run
No.
in a game.
What the?
It was like a high school game. It was the like biggest dick thing you could do. It was great.
Speaking of Barstool, Pat McAfee playing right field for the Wild
Yeah.
Things.
Managed to make contact, which is impressive.
Yeah, he
Couple
got on
times.
base one time.
Credit was a fielder's choice on an error, but
Yeah.
nice slide
And
though.
then a dude goes out to replace him in right field and makes like a Sports Center top 10 catch.
Yeah. That was awesome. By the way, what a sham that was for the Wild Things. They spend all offseason, all year going, look at us. We actually put money into the team. We actually care about our fans, and then get shelled 13-2 on possibly their biggest night in years.
Yeah. They're actually pretty good, aren't they?
Yeah, they're
this year?
decent.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, that if you want to
But-
talk about terrible timing,
Yeah.
that's terrible timing.
All right. So,
You forgot one thing in baseball. Travis's girlfriend.
oh yeah. So, Pirates first round pick this year, Travis Swaggerty. His girlfriend found out she had thyroid cancer just, what was it, like 2 days ago?
Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Crazy.
yeah, she put up a tweet about it. Her name's Peyton, so if you want to reach out to her, you can go find her. What's her at?
I can't
Peyton
remember.
Sweezy? Is it just literally?
Yeah, is it
Swayze.
Or is it the other way around?
SWZY? Does she have the full name?
Some going along.
Swayze?
Anyway, that's horrible timing.
Yeah.
That's really horrible timing. You know?
At Pace, SWANZY. At PEYSWANZY. Swansea.
It was like the best moment for them was like a week prior.
Yeah, him getting
Or
drafted.
2 weeks
They're-
prior or something like
Did
that.
she move with him to West Virginia?
I don't know.
I
couldn't
think
tell
they
you.
did.
Possibly. It seems like they have the exact same like they do everything
Yeah,
together. So, that's like I don't know who all saw her tweet, but like she's been on this journey with him, his whole baseball career, and now they have to go through this together, which
Yeah.
sucks. But
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how treatable it is.
oh,
No.
it's very treatable.
Yeah, but I know anything thyroid related is horrible. Absolutely horrible. So
So best wishes. Like I said, I encourage you all to reach out to her.
mm-hmm.
You can actually just find her at right in Travis's bio. So,
Oh, well.
Yeah. But we will move on to the NHL now.
John Tavares. That's all I'm gonna say.
And that's it.
That's
for the
it,
NHL.
man. That's all there is to talk about. Not even a
he's
discussion, just those 2 words.
He's gonna meet with some teams. I
What
think
was the list again? Toronto,
Toronto,
Boston.
Dallas,
Boston, Dallas.
Hold on.
Boston, Tampa Bay,
Obviously the Islanders.
obviously the Islanders.
Who's the other team?
What if they weren't on
There's
the list?
right?
It's
like,
yeah,
nah.
yeah, I'm not meeting with you guys.
What was the other team on the list? I can't remember.
Okay, Dallas, Toronto, Islanders, San Jose,
San Jose.
Tampa, Boston, and then
2 to 3 other mystery
2
teams.
out of 3 other
And he
teams
might
that are in the
meet
mix.
with 1 or 2 of them.
Yeah.
You know what that means?
GMJR.
Good old Ruthy's getting his phone out.
Now I saw
He's got a
Matt.
seat at the dinner table.
I saw Matt, one of my buddies from Boston, who's a Flyers fan, say, "How does Boston or Tampa?"
From
Wait, what?
Boston, who's a Flyer.
You got relax,
How are you friends with him? Like, how'd you beat him?
Crew.
Joe.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, he asked, "How does Boston or Tampa have the cap room?" So here's the thing: they both have the cap room. They just have a fuck ton of FAs. Boston has a load of UFAs.
Boston's trying to trade Backus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they need to. And Tampa has a load of RFAs. So
Why
if-
did they sign him to 7 years anyway? Like,
I don't know. That was the deal that very obviously would end up going to the Coyotes.
Don't you remember when he was elite center for St. Louis?
Yeah.
but 7 years, dude. Like,
Yeah, that was dumb.
I would have given him like 4.
Yeah. How old was he when he signed that deal? 32?
I would just say probably 32 or 33.
Yeah, somewhere in there. But probably, at least to me, is the only reason they're meeting with him, the only reason he's giving it thought is because he thinks he has a chance to win there. And I mean, obviously you do with those 2 teams. But probably what would happen is they would have to move Backus, or Tampa would have to move someone. I don't even know.
Well, I know 2 of the RFAs, at least on the forward side for Tampa, are JT Miller
Mm-hmm.
and Cedric Paquette. So
Yeah.
they're not letting them go.
No. So, I mean, they have a harder decision in Tampa. I think that's a long shot for him to go there. Same thing with Boston.
Yeah,
But
'cause they only have like around 10 million in
Yeah.
cap room anyway.
I think it was 10.111.
Yeah.
But
What about Ryan Callahan? What's
Ooh.
his contract like?
Is he not a UFA?
No.
That's why I didn't know if he was still on their books.
Work computer, there we go.
If he had like does he have a no movement clause?
I think he does.
Ryan
I'd
Callahan
be surprised if he doesn't.
is a UFA
Oh.
after after not this season,
Okay.
after next season.
Oh.
And what's his cap hit?
5.8.
Ooh.
Yeah, and does he have a no movement clause?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's even worse.
God.
And then Boston's almost 12 million in cap, but they have, like you said,
Yeah, modified no trade, no movement clause.
Well, they're trying to move Crude, right?
are they?
That's what I've heard. But I mean, they want to get
5.2.
another defenseman back, probably just
Yeah.
a little bit cheaper.
I was gonna say on the back end they only have Holden to sign. He's a UFA. I'm pretty sure they have someone to replace him.
Also,
Schaller, Rick
Slater
Nat-
Cuckoo is a RFA.
Okay. Tim Schaller,
I
Rick
just wanted to
Nash,
say his name.
Sean Curley. I think that's how you
Yeah.
pronounce his name. Curley. Tommy Wingles, Riley Nash are the only free agents there, and I think the only RFA
Rick
is
Nash?
Curley. Yeah, Rick Nash is not coming back.
He wants to go back to Columbus.
Does he?
Yeah.
Yikes. By the way, what's his face? Panarin wants out.
Get on
yeah,
the phone,
I feel like
Jimmy.
that's just a money thing.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't want to commit to playing there, and
Yeah.
so I don't actually even think that they're gonna listen on him until they
Next
see
year.
where they're at
Yeah.
this trade deadline, maybe.
Yeah.
But I think they'll still be in the mix enough where they're not going to trade him.
Honestly, best move for Boston might not even be Backus. Might be Krejci. They're both signed the same amount of time, but Krejci's 7.25 compared to Backus at 6.
I mean, Krejci's definitely a better player, though.
Backus is
Krejci
34,
can at
Krejci's
least
32.
score a little bit.
Yeah.
What's the money difference?
1.25.
Yeah.
Mm.
Bergeron, Pasternak, and Marchand are all over 6, but they're not going anywhere. everyone else on that team, other than any other forward is on that team, is under $1 million words.
Wow.
Yeah. Their defense isn't even that heavily loaded. Krug's at 5.25, Chara's at 5, McQuaid's at 2.75, and then Kevin Millar's 2.5. Grzelcyk is 1.4. McAvoy's 9.16. Carlo's 7.89.
Yeah.
That's just
When's McAvoy in RFA?
next year, 1920 season. Same thing with Carlo. And then McQuaid.
And then what do they
Chara,
do then?
UFAs.
If they sign Tavares now, what do they do with those two?
Yeah. At least Chara's off the books at the end of this year.
Mm. He'll probably hang him up.
He better. He's 41.
Kunitz isn't going to hang him up.
So, can I ask a couple of my questions?
Yeah.
Because one of them ties into Tavares. Is just where do we think he'll sign and why?
I thought one was to be about Kunitz.
It is.
Okay. All right. Tavares.
But we've been talking about Tavares. So,
I mean, dream is Toronto.
I mean, dream is Pittsburgh, so kill yourself.
Well, I don't think that's happening.
I don't think he's signing in Toronto either.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. I think he's going back
I'm
to the
curious as to
Islanders.
what this video montage is going to be that he's getting. I want to see it. Did you see that Toronto's putting together a video
Yeah.
montage for him?
No.
It's like
They might present him. They might offer him the captaincy during this video, and it's just going to be a. That's what I'm saying. I want to see it. Like I
Yeah.
want.
that's like a punch in the groin to Austin Matthews.
Is it, though?
Yeah.
I feel like, I mean, they talked about it on their show a while, but I feel like they were specifically keeping him away from the captaincy.
I think you make him the captaincy.
I think he's already pissed.
Wow. That's a hot take.
I mean, I feel like him and what's his face?
Babcock?
I think
Yeah,
him and
I don't
Babcock
think-
have a worse relationship than Kessel and
Let's say,
Sullivan.
I don't think they get along.
Really? I don't think that. I don't think either of them have a bad relationship.
Okay, yeah, I think it's overblown too. But I'm saying the fact that I don't see Sullivan and Kessel having to, Sullivan having to fly to Kessel's hometown to have a meeting with him.
But
And then-
Babcock is literally flying all over the world to see his players. That's the thing. That's what you're not hearing.
But we know that Matthews was upset with his line too.
Was he?
Was playing with yes.
Yeah, and he was upset by how much he was playing. I agree that he should play more, but
Yeah, I agree too. And I know he wants to play with Marner.
yeah, that's not going to happen.
No.
So yeah, I don't think that he's very happy in a situation. And I think if Tavares coming in and becoming the captain,
I think, at least to me, I'd just be like, it's John Tavares. What can I do?
but
And
you're
then-
already
and then he's
supposed
not-
to be the guy.
And
there.
then then Matthews, he's not your top line center anymore.
But he
So
wasn't in
that
the
could
first
pit-
place.
Yeah, he was.
Wasn't not the Mets don't say that, right?
Huh?
I didn't think the Mets said that.
No, but on the on their lines, he's listed as their top line center.
Wow. Well, I mean, he didn't play like it, but sure.
Oh no, I just don't. I think that the writing would be on the wall for him not being there long term if Tavares goes there.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, they've said it a lot with the whole Tavares thing too. It's very rare you see anyone of that stature leave the team.
Well, I mean, this is arguably the biggest UFA ever in hockey
Yeah, who would have been?
because they didn't have free agents before. When did free agents become a thing? They weren't a thing in the 90s, I don't think. Or at least the early 90s.
Yeah, I think it was after the lockout, right?
I don't know. It's definitely the biggest free agent under the cap era.
Yeah. How much money is he gonna get?
At least 10.
Is it gonna be more than McDavid?
No.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Even
A
if it's
team
like
would
one-year
definitely
deal?
have to stretch to give him that much.
Even if it's a 1 year deal.
Even if it's a 1 year deal, I don't think he'd sign that.
If it's $15 million.
Players don't want that. They would rather have years than a lot of money in 1 year. Because you get hurt, and then it's like, well, too bad.
But you have $15 million.
Money's not guaranteed, all of it.
Yeah, that's true.
It's in baseball.
Well,
Eva.
he turned down $88 million already from the Islanders.
Oh.
So I don't know.
Over
How
how long?
I didn't see the years.
Yeah.
Mm.
If I were taking a guess,
Jesus.
Just happened.
it was probably 8.
Yeah. By the way, John Carlson, 8x8. Holy shit, that's gonna be a bad deal at the end.
I think it's be a bad deal about halfway through.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at least halfway through, it looks like it's tradable the way it's structured. But towards the end, I think signing bonus is only
88
$4
over
million.
8 is $11 million a year.
Well, I mean, that's simple math.
Yeah, he's definitely not going to Toronto.
No.
Because they have to sign Nylander this summer and then Marner and Matthews next summer.
What is the Islanders cap? Why can't I remember this? Because I swear I just looked. Oh, $32 million. Almost 33. Yeah, no, he's either going back to the Islanders or he's going to Vegas. That's what I'm going with.
Go to Vegas, then get Carlson.
They can do it. They can literally
Or
do
get
it.
Carlson first, and then, hey, John, look at this shiny toy.
We already made it to the finals, and with you and Erik Karlsson, what do you think will happen?
They'll somehow
They'll
be
bust.
Yeah, right. They'll somehow lose 100
'Cause that's hockey.
games. That's not how that works.
They lose 100
worse,
games.
including the preseason.
Yeah.
Still wouldn't be 100.
Yeah, exactly.
It'd be closer.
I was thinking Pirates.
But did you find anything on when free agents became a thing?
No, I was looking at the top free agents of all time, but even like the number one, Scott Stevens, and it didn't have the same setup. Like they signed, he was on the Blues, but the Blues signed Brendan Shanahan as a restricted free agent,
Mm-hmm.
and because the Devils chose not to match it, they were awarded Scott Stevens from the Blues.
That's weird.
So, and he went on to win the Conn Smythe that season.
So supposedly Stastny and Bozak have been getting a lot of attention too. I mean, obviously they're both,
Yeah.
decent.
The free
centers.
agent centers.
But Stastny,
yeah.
they're talking about like 6 years.
Yeah,
he could get.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
No. Stastny's 32.
I'd give him 3 years.
Bozak's also 32. Credit two different types of players, in my opinion. Two different skill levels. Thornton's also out there. Plekanec is going back to Montreal. I don't care what anyone says. James Neal, Toby Enstrom, Mike Green is somehow on
James
UFA.
Neal's gonna end up in Boston if they don't get Tavares.
Really?
That's my prediction.
Fair enough. And that really gets shitty after that. Grabowski, who's obviously done. He's retired.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Has he just been on long-term IR?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For 4 seasons
Yeah.
now. Paul Martin, Jason Garrison, Yarrow Halak, Jack Johnson. Please don't get anywhere near the Penguins for the love of God.
Calvin DeHaan.
JVR, Nikolai Kuhlman. Really? I completely forgot he was still on that team. Alexei Emelin, Robin Leonard, because Buffalo moved on. Bieksa, Mrazek, Georges, Perron, Hyamus, Mark Fane, Matt Reed, Lucas Spiza, Cam Ward, Calvin DeHaan, Joel Ward, Clayton Stoner, holy shit, Matt Station,
Clayton
Leo.
Keller.
What?
You said Clayton Stoner. I said Clayton Keller.
Oh.
I'd
I got
rather have
completely
him-
thrown
I'd rather
off.
have him- I'd rather have him be a free agent.
Yeah. Leo Komarov, Bernier, Lack, Chad Johnson, Lee Stepniak, Joe Colborne.
Komarov, where's he going?
That's a good question. I don't know. Who wants a guy
Former
like that?
All-Star.
What if he goes to Carolina?
For what? Just to get traded at the deadline?
I mean, supposedly they won that deal with the Flames.
So, I have that on here to talk about. I may have I love Noah Hannafin, but
Yeah.
I understand that him and Lindholm weren't going to resign there. So I
Yeah.
guess to get Dougie Hamilton out of it, and I mean, Ferland's a decent player,
Yeah.
and I don't know much
Apparently,
about
Adam
that
Fox is a
Yeah,
beast.
they said he's going to make that deal for them.
Yeah.
I don't know much about him, but yeah, I guess it's not a bad return for two guys you knew weren't going to be there. But I still, if you're just looking at the players, I think Calgary won the trade.
I mean, obviously, we won't know until Fox becomes a thing.
Yeah.
But Dougie Hamilton, how has he been traded twice? Because he likes museums?
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah. He's such a good hockey player, and he's been traded twice before he turned 26.
I don't know. I mean, maybe it's not necessarily such a bad thing that he doesn't always want to be around his teammates. You see,
Yeah.
if those guys drink as much as the Penguins do when they're not on the ice,
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be hanging around them all the time
Yeah.
either.
Exactly. Yeah, I think we won't be able to know until Fox plays.
How old is he?
good
Is he like close?
question. Give me 1 second. All I know is I really do think that the Hurricanes are still good unless they trade Jeff Skinner. If they trade him, I think they're not going
They're
to
going to.
make the playoffs. Future.
They need a. Can Scott Darling really be as bad as he was last year?
I don't know.
I thought he was like capable of being a starter, and then he was terrible last year.
Yeah, it was bad. Why can't I pull it up?
Cam Ward once again ended up having to carry the ball to their games when he was supposed to be more of like a 1B at this point.
Yeah, he's bad.
They should trade for Soros.
Adam Fox is 20. Played for Harvard.
Does Nashville want to do that? Would they rather trade Rene?
I don't know.
Speak of bad.
Not that you have to justify it to anything to your fans, but he just won the Vezina.
Yeah.
So.
He's another one of those Bobrovsky types to me. He's on and off, and it doesn't make sense. You know?
It's just it's a different. It's a weird. They got to trade them. They got to trade one of them before. Well, Saros is an RFA after the season, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
But they got to trade one of them before Seattle comes in, and they lose one of them for nothing.
Oh. I forgot about that.
Unless they're okay
Jeez.
with doing that. I mean,
Yeah.
like the Penguins,
Welcome to our world.
they'll trade Seattle's second-round pick to take Pekka Rinne.
Yeah. For context, Adam Fox, from 13 on, 21 games, 39 points, 22 games, 51 points, 34 games, 17. Meh. 54 games, 27 points. That was with the U.S. National Under-17
Wait, what
team.
is he anyway?
He's a defenseman.
Okay.
That doesn't matter. U.S. NDP juniors, 25 games, 22 points. U.S. National Under-18 team, 64 games, 59 points. NCAA with Harvard, 35 games, 6 goals, 34 assists, 40 points. Last season with Harvard, 29 games, 28 points. So he's decent.
Yeah.
He's very much decent. Apparently he's going back to play Harvard this year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting. I still don't know exactly how that works. I thought if they went back to college they wouldn't be signed. Oh, his rights were traded. Okay. Fair enough.
So they still have to sign with like an entry-level contract.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was signed in 2016, third round pick. So he has this year to be signed.
Okay.
Speaking of draft, do we want to talk about the Penguins?
Yeah. Pretty
And
good value.
Yeah, surprising. What's his name? Callan Allison?
Kalen Allison.
Kalen?
Kalen
We,
Allison.
yeah, I don't even. Did you?
We're guessing it's Kalen.
Yeah.
I'm going to call him Callan.
Good, because that way one of us will be right.
Right? But I told Smitty and Tyler, he is a guy on paper that I would love as a defenseman. Great
For a
stretch
few
passes.
years.
Great stretch passes, plays tight gaps. But in game, it's going to end up like Letang. I'm just going to complain every game.
If we end up getting a Chris Letang out of him, I'll be okay with it.
So they said his ceiling is a Letang Carlson type player, and his floor is like Schultz.
Yeah, like I said, I saw a lot of comps to Ellis in
Yeah,
Nashville. So
yeah.
I guess that would be more like Schultz.
Closer.
Then, yeah.
Probably a little more defensive. Who was after that? Because they made a trade to move 5 picks up.
Hallander.
Yeah.
Philippe.
Who?
Philippe
Holy-
Hallander.
Holy shit, how confident is he?
Yeah, what's funny is
Yeah,
he's
Hornquist.
probably going to be a first-round pick, but he played all last year with an injury. So
Oh, did he?
yeah. But yeah, it was funny. He said he like models his game after Hornquist,
Mhm.
and he'll get to play with him because he'll be in the NHL in less than 2 years.
I mean, if you make it in less than 5, dude. If you make it in less than 5, you got a chance.
Yeah.
Is he a center?
Yes.
Yeah, but he plays a lot on the wing, I guess. Jesse Marshall was talking about how he might end up playing left wing.
I wouldn't be against it.
I don't. Maybe he's not that good in face-offs or something. I don't know
Mm.
what or defensively minded. I don't know.
You never know.
But yeah, well, that's the thing. He's a center, but kept talking about like his offensive prowess and stuff like that. Maybe he's not that good in his own end.
Yeah.
Maybe he's not defensively responsible as he would need to be in the NHL. But no, yeah, the two guys that I know, a lot of people had them in like their top 25 guys on their board. So
Yeah, and they just somehow fell.
Yeah, I told.
well,
I
the
told
one
him,
like we knew was
Yeah,
due to
yeah.
injury. I don't know what the reason was.
Is it because he was small? I mean, he's kind of small, but he'll grow. He's like what, 18?
Maybe. Yeah.
But I was telling Smitty in the car on the way here that in Steve's draft analysis video that he said at the very end there's one team
that
where like
always makes out.
it's like last year it was the Blackhawks with DeBrincat.
Yeah.
It's like of course they got him, and this year it's the Penguins with Addison.
Yeah. He's not wrong. After that, it was Justin Almeida. That's how you pronounce his last name?
I think it's Almeida.
It might be. I saw someone say, hopefully he's not like his brother.
Is that where I recognize that name?
I think so.
What's his brother's name?
I don't know.
If that's I was like looking at Almeida or Almeida, whatever. I'm like, wait, I swear I recognize that name.
Yeah, I recognize it too, but I don't remember where. His brother had to have been in the NHL. Was he a Hurricane?
What's his first name?
Justin. Spelled exactly how you would think.
I mean, yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, no. And then they traded their 7th rounder to Vegas for next year's 7th rounder. That was just
we don't like anybody on the board.
yeah. And then the 6th round pick was Liam Gorham, who was also a center. So D-man center.
I can't find
Going down the
anything
middle.
about his brother. But I swear I recognize him.
Yeah,
Almeida
I do
as a
too.
name.
I can't remember why. Yeah, no, and like I said, they made that trade. What'd they do? Send the 2nd and 3rd round pick to move up 5 slots?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is, I don't. Apparently, a lot of people didn't see him going there.
Or wait, would that have been? It might have been a 4th.
It may have been. I think it was the
Because it was
4th.
in the 100. Yeah, it was in the 100. Yeah.
I know a lot of people didn't see them going after Helinder. Is that I can't remember how you pronounce his name. but I'm gonna double
dude,
check.
hockey names suck.
Hollander. I'm not gonna say Helinder. Hollander. Yeah, no, I don't know what's going on there. I think the Penguins might hold him to a little higher standard than most teams, according to what I saw. But also at the same time, he seems like he's a kid that's definitely gonna be a force.
Yeah. I'm curious as to, I mean, we knew that he fell to injury. We don't know why the defenseman fell to the 2nd round, because most people thought he'd be taken in the 1st, but that happens. You know, the draft's so unpredictable.
I mean, Liljegren last year, of course, it wasn't a huge fault. It was 17 with the Leafs, but he was playing the whole year with mono.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was projected before the season like top 6 pick.
Yeah. So you never know. Moral of the story.
Montreal's pick, though.
Yeah.
Taking a lot of backlash for it. Because they were talking about moving down, and they could have, and still would probably have gotten the same player that they picked.
Well, yeah. They passed on Zadina, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who did they take?
I don't even know what the kid's name was. I'd have to look up.
He basically had 2 last names in one.
Oh, really?
I can't remember what it was. All I know is the reactions on TV were great.
And they were trying to trade that pick for Ryan O'Reilly.
Jeez.
Jesperi Kotkaniemi.
Kit Kiemi.
Yeah, whatever that is. That's who it is.
Bomb.
Apparently he's not actually that bad. All I know is I love Zadina's quote of, I told my agent that if they pass on me, I will fill their nets with pucks. And I'm
There
like,
you
this
go.
is a Walmart brand I am score.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. Other than that, not much came out at the draft, you know?
Yeah, it was
no
pretty
shocks,
quiet.
no
Like,
trades.
you know, I said it's been quiet, a little too quiet on the Jim
Mhm.
Rutherford front, because like you expect him, because of how aggressive he always is,
We
to make a
traded a
move.
7th for a 7th next year.
And I'm sure that he was on the phone a good portion of time. I mean, we saw. I don't know if you guys follow Dan Kinderski at all. For
Oh, is he the
PG
one that-
Talking Now? He does that with Gaita. Yeah. Anyway,
Is his at Bud Moonshine? I think that's who that is.
I don't know.
I don't know. We'll see.
But anyway, he was talking about like he saw a couple conversations on the draft floor that made it look like Rutherford was having conversations with people like with Nashville and San Jose. At one point he was talking to what's the guy's name in Vegas? I can't even remember right now.
George
George
McPhee.
McPhee.
George McPhee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
the 7th round pick.
Which was it might have just been hey. Remember when we gave you Fleury last year?
Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah. You want to retain him, Carlson, for me? I also saw, I don't remember who tweeted it. They said the order of moves right now, to their knowledge, is Rust, Sheary, Brassard.
Yoey.
That was Yoey?
Yeah. He said that he it's almost a foregone conclusion in his mind that Ryan Russ will not be on the Penguins
Why?
next season.
Why?
The only way that I see it happening is if Kessel would be moved, then you need another right winger. Then you keep Rust.
But why wouldn't you
But-
keep Rust?
Plethora of right wingers. I'm just saying, like any
But
in
he can
RFA.
play anywhere.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not advocating for him to be moved. I'm just saying in their heads what I'm. They've already said they're taking care of Shane and Alexiak first
As they should.
over Rust. So
I'll be disappointed to see him go.
I mean, that's a guy that you can just move up and down your lineup on
Yeah.
any line and.
Play anywhere, any position,
You
Yeah,
can be
he'd
first
say
line
produce.
or fourth line.
and he'd produce no matter where he is. So that would suck.
But I also Geico put out just a thing today. I think it was just a couple hours before I came here this morning, and he said about like you could definitely expect to see something this week from Rutherford,
Yeah.
and he still thinks that it's possible that Jeff Skinner is going to end up being a Penguin. It makes so much sense. Like literally, his numbers before are the exact same almost to Phil Kessel's before coming to Pittsburgh.
So I haven't been asking my questions, and some of them we've already covered. The first one I actually was asked is how bad is Mark Bergevin at everything?
Very. Very.
It's hilarious. It was hilarious to just see him sitting there on draft night.
Why?
Yeah.
Like you look at him and all you just think of is just all the trades that he's made.
Like you're just a stupid human.
Him and Peter Chiarelli. Both morons.
Oh,
they need to link up on a trade
I can't wait.
and just see what the result is.
Yeah. Watch it be like the most fair trade of all time.
Both teams suck after it.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't help either one.
Yeah.
And then another we brought up Kunitz,
Mm-hmm.
and I was asked, do we think the Penguins should or will bring back Kunitz?
I wouldn't be opposed to a league minimum fourth line deal.
He's better than Tom Kuhnhackl.
Yeah, that's what. If you look at
Ooh.
his numbers from look at the numbers from last year. Kunitz blew him out of the
And I'm
water.
Yeah,
assuming
no,
that's
yeah.
who he would be replacing.
Yeah,
So
We also got to remember, who was he playing with last year?
Tampa. Oh,
Line mates, fuck.
all right. Let me see if I can find that.
I got
Probably
really
Callahan.
aggressive. I got really aggressive for no reason.
Line mates, fuck.
Paquette, Kunitz, and Sheehan though.
Yeah.
Paquette and Callahan.
Yeah.
Wow.
So-
Produced with those two.
So give him Sheehan and keep Rust.
Yeah, hopefully. If not,
For a league minimum or
if not Sprong.
a strict
I don't see him playing on the floor. I don't, dude. Until he plays, I'm just gonna assume he's not gonna play for Sullivan.
league minimum
I know
or
Rutherford wants him to play.
at most a $1 million deal, kind of like we did for
Cullen.
Cullen. Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to it if he
Yeah.
was replacing Kuhnhackl.
I wouldn't either.
I don't want to see his scenario where he comes here, is
He's
playing
back
on the
on the
fourth
Sid's
line,
like-
and then ends
Sid's
up
like, I
back
like
with Sid.
that.
Yeah, and then he's back with Sid.
It's like that meme from what's it called? Can't even think of the show right now. But it's two cars, and he's like, I like this, and it's like Hornquist or something, but I like this more, and it's Kunitz.
Oh, God.
But that's the only. I shouldn't have to worry about that, but I feel like that would be a thing.
Yeah.
He could end up back with Sid.
I
would be okay with it if he's strictly fourth line.
Yeah.
Penalty killing.
He provides a little bit of what Hornquist does too in front of the net.
Yeah.
Well, that's what someone said. Penguins don't have anybody that is physical really.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he would bring some of that back.
Let me double check something really quick with the Penguins.
Let me see
So-
what other questions I had. One of them was actually about Skinner. If we got Skinner, whose line would he play on?
It's a good question. Somebody just asked me that yesterday on
Probably
PlayStation.
Brassard. Or if Russ
If-
does go, do you put him with Sid?
If we got Skinner, first, what are we giving up?
First round pick.
Because we haven't really talked about
Next
that.
year's first.
Next year's first, I'd say
Sherry.
I'd put Hunwick in that deal before Sherry.
Yeah,
You're
whichever
probably
one-
going to have to sweeten the pot with Sherry if you're putting Hunwick in the deal.
Would you?
I mean, who wants Hunwick?
They do need a defenseman down there, though. I think they have one spot left.
In Carolina?
Yeah.
They got a lot of defensemen.
If
They're fine.
they get Hunwick, they're still going to need one spot.
Good point.
I say
They're still
they got a
gonna
lot of
need-
defensemen. They're fine.
They're still going to need a defenseman. But
They could probably roll 5 defensemen and be fine.
You're not wrong.
I'd like to see him still on the team, honestly. But Haggy,
Yeah. See, it's like that's.
I mean, if you're looking to try to get some cap off, not
But is
because
Carolina trying to take on money?
they could just flip him after.
the thing
Just
to
get him
me,
in the deal and
the thing to me is if you get rid of Rust, the really the bottom half of wingers would be Kunackle, Simone, Rowney.
Rowney's not coming back.
Rowney's.
No, Rowney's not coming back, and at that point you have Sprong, Lindbergh, Adam Johnson, Teddy Bluger,
JSD.
JSD, Thomas DePauli.
JSD is probably the fourth line center if Shannon doesn't come back.
Yeah, which I think he's staying.
Yeah, hopefully.
And Josh Joris.
We didn't win the cup, so we didn't price him out of Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
It's all right.
I don't know. I feel
What's
like
what wing is Skinner? Is he left?
Left.
yeah. Move against.
Well, he's also played center. I mean,
Yeah.
that doesn't really matter. But I'm just saying he does have a little bit of position versatility. I don't know if he's ever played on the right wing. I doubt it.
Well, I'm just saying move Gensel to the right,
Yeah.
maybe.
Gensel's played all 4 positions
Yeah.
too at some point.
I still like Aston Reese
Gensel, Skinner, and Crosby.
on the first line. I still really like Aston Reese.
See, I originally, when I got asked that, said Malkin, but then I started to think maybe Sullivan will give in to Kessel with all this coming out this year and let him play with Malkin
Yeah, maybe.
the entire time. And if that's the case, then does he play with Brassard?
I don't know.
I mean, I'd like him better with Sid than
Yeah, me
Brassard.
too,
My
yeah.
my
Is this
first
the first time
would
you're
be-
seeing that ad?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
My first choice would be would be Gino, and then Crosby, and then Brassard in that order. But
Yeah. For Skinner or Kessel?
Skinner.
Okay.
For Kessel, I didn't mind him with Brassard, but
But he did,
yeah.
apparently.
Yeah. All I know is I do not want to see Dominic Simone on this
But the
team.
thing is, we're going to see a totally different Brassard than we saw in the playoffs
you're gonna
last
see
year.
a completely healthy Brassard.
So,
If he doesn't get traded.
maybe you keep Kessel with him and say, okay, just let this happen for a little bit, see how it works with a healthy Derek Brassard.
Yeah. How wild it
I mean, didn't he have one before Brassard got hurt?
Not really, because he was playing with an amount of the groin injury before he got here too. How wild would it be if they trade him, Brassard,
I think that would have happened
at the draft?
At the draft.
at the draft. Montreal just gotten stupid and given us one of their plethora of second-round picks and something else like an NHL player along
I
with
didn't
them.
even
and
think about that.
yeah.
God.
Domi.
Would they have 4?
They have
second
4
rounders or
second
something?
rounders.
Yeah.
Jeez, man.
Did you see on Steve's podcast?
What?
Did we talk about this? Offering all 5.
All 4 and their first rounder.
Yeah, for Carlson.
Dude, that pool was even.
Yeah.
It was totally even for who wins or who says no, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of picks.
But there was like more than 2 options. It wasn't just like Canadians and Leafs, I don't think. Wasn't there like a third option like neither? Or something like that?
By the way,
Or
what
like-
happens with Duchesne?
It was Canadians, Sens, and then
Or I said Leafs, I meant Sens.
it's like both
Yeah.
like
I don't know.
fare out well or something.
What happens to Duchesne? Do they trade him?
I feel like they have to.
Yeah, I agree. But I
feel like
that looks bad on them.
Wait, who cares what looks bad at this point?
Yeah. That's just a mess. That's a whole goddamn mess.
What did they do?
What's worse, being a Pirate fan or being a Sens fan?
How do you go from that though?
Well, look at the Pirates.
Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Final. We didn't play in a Game 7.
We didn't
of
get
the-
that far. Yeah,
the-
no.
They were
National
one
League
goal
Championship
away from
The-
the Stanley Cup final.
the way
we
you can
didn't
relate it
lose
is
in extra innings of the NLCS Game 7.
we were 2 wins away from being the best team in baseball.
Yeah.
I won't say it's essentially the same thing, but pretty damn close.
I think it's worse for the Sens because, at least we can use their competitive advantage. I'm
Pick?
saying I'm saying like we don't have the advantage that everybody else does.
Oh,
as
yeah.
Pirates fans.
Yeah.
Like the Senators are in a league where everybody can spend the exact same amount of money.
exactly.
Like
Yet the Senators are an internal cap team and blah, 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 blah.
Is
I
Carlson
hate
traded?
those 2 words.
Internal cap?
Yeah.
Is Carlson traded before the season starts?
I think
No.
I'm going to see traded right now.
Not before the season starts now.
I think they're smart if they do.
I agree.
Yeah, why wouldn't you want to give the team a whole?
How much do you want to bet they hold on to him at least until, or they're going to hold on to him at least until the deadline, and he gets hurt at the beginning of the season, he's out for the year?
But if he says, like, actually they might want to do that because they might want to be as good as possible because they don't have their first round pick next year. It's Colorado's.
Yeah, exactly.
If they get the lottery pick,
What is
That would
Duchesne
suck.
worth right now if they trade him?
Nothing.
I don't know, a second and a prospect.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Second and a prospect.
Not even a top end prospect.
But
Do the Pens go after him?
Please no.
uh,
Please God no.
roll the dice.
Yes, because Riley Shane and Derek Brassard were not enough.
Duchesne plays wing.
Ottawa,
there
how
for
much are you
Canada.
retaining?
He does. What's he getting paid? 5.95?
I have no idea.
It's closer to 6 than 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. That.
God. They're not retaining anything on that either. I doubt they do.
They're dumb if they keep Carlson. Because
God, I love
they
hockey.
said July 1st that they're going to try to extend him.
Mm-hmm.
If he says no, I don't want to extend, then they're dumb if they don't trade him.
Here's the thing.
Honestly, I wouldn't even.
Do
like,
you
Eric Carlson's a great player, but I think it'd be dumb for them to extend him.
do you trade Carlson for your own first round pick?
What, to Colorado?
Uh-huh.
You gotta get more than just that.
Well,
pick.
yeah, but I'm just saying, do you make that deal purposely to get your own first round
We
pick
want
back?
it back. We're going to be bad. We don't want to give you the number 1 overall pick.
I want my own first round pick back.
Carlson and Duchesne.
Oh
To
God.
Colorado.
Oh God.
For 3 firsts.
Gerard.
Gerard.
Landeskog.
Mm,
Actually, no, don't even do that. He's a roster player. Don't do that. I don't even know what else they have.
I couldn't tell you Colorado's farm system at all.
They got Grubauer.
They do. They also have Brooks Orpik. If you want to be as bad as possible, bring in
Well,
Brooks
okay,
Orpik.
they're gonna trade. They put him on waivers already,
They did. Yeah.
but they're gonna trade. This is going back to Ottawa. They're gonna
Yeah.
trade Craig Anderson to the Flyers. So they're gonna take Varlamov.
So just
off
send
of-
another goalie that can be meh.
They're gonna send Varlamov in that deal as well.
Because I know Anderson wants out.
Yeah,
He did say
I
that.
think he's 2 years left.
Yeah. Which, I mean, like Steve said, if the trend points to anything, it means he's going to have an up year.
Did we talk about Hoffman being traded last week?
No, we did not.
That was during this week, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was
Yeah, he
like
got traded
Tuesday or
twice.
Wednesday. Yeah. In less than 2 hours. You want to talk about bad PR for the Sens? They didn't take a deal from the Panthers. They said it was roster players, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
But Melnick said he didn't want deals done in the division. So they traded him to the Sharks for fucking Bodker, a middling defensive prospect, and what, a 6th round pick?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
2 hours later, he gets sent to Florida for
A
what?
second, a 4th, and a 5th.
Yeah. How did the Sharks come out on top on that?
Because
They got rid
said,
of Bodker's contract too.
because they said no. The Sens said no, and then Florida reached out to the Sens, was like, "Hey, let's make a deal." And then they made the trade with the Sens, and then they did that trade.
You know what else came out in the past week? Barry Trotz left Washington because he was only making 1.8.
Yeah,
He's now the Islanders head coach for what? Almost
$5
$5 million a year.
5. Yeah,
so yeah,
smart on him.
did he?
Yeah.
He knew what the money was going to be though, because apparently they said like we're going to give you a 2-year extension if we win the cup or whatever. That was like an agreement.
Yeah, it was.
So what it was-
but it was only adding $300,000 to his salary.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, I didn't know the money part of it. That's what I
Yeah.
was asking.
No,
Yeah,
he-
the extension was 300 salary, $300,000 no matter what he was making.
yeah.
So
Then why did you even agree to that originally?
But he needed a job. It was an NHL job. I don't think did he coach in the NHL before that? I thought he was in the A.
What are you talking about?
Trotz.
I'm saying this season that this was agreed upon.
Oh.
if
Maybe he
we
just-
win the cup, you get a 2-year extension.
maybe he didn't think he was going to
Yeah,
win
I
the
don't think he did. I don't think he realized.
But
he had
but
that
it
good of a
wasn't
game.
like if you don't win. That was the thing. It's like if you don't win the cup, you're in the same spot as if you would have said no.
Take what you
So
can
he
get.
said yeah. But I'm just wondering why he said yeah to begin with.
Maybe-
For only a $300,000 raise.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Was there any coaching vacancies last year, other than Florida?
I don't know.
It's a good question.
Montreal.
You mean heading into the season? I don't.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe it was just, hey, there's nothing out there. I'll take it. And I
Yeah,
think
but it's like had they not won the cup, they were going to let him go probably. So it was really just
Yeah.
him saying, "Okay, I'm okay with taking a $300,000 raise if we win the cup." And then once they won the cup, he's like, "Yeah, never mind,"
well, yeah, 'cause now he can go get
because
paid.
he saw, he
Yeah.
saw there was a vacancy for the
Yeah.
Islanders,
Yeah.
and they would overpay him.
With a GM that knows how to finagle the cap and everything.
Yeah.
So they're going to somehow magically make the playoffs this year.
So I guess it makes sense. I just wouldn't have even agreed
Yeah.
to that if I were him. I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Just wait it out and see. But
There's probably some sort of job security thing in there that we don't know, but
true.
it's just the NHL is so weird, and I love talking about it.
But by the time that we're on here next week, something's probably gonna look different with the
Jeff
Penguins.
Skinner's going to be a Penguin.
More than likely.
Something's gonna look a little bit different.
I have a bad feeling Mata's getting traded.
He got mentioned in an article I was reading.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the defense, Letang's staying, Dumoulin's staying, obviously. Schultz is staying. They're working on a new deal for Alexiak.
Yeah. In the A, you got Corrado, Trotman, Tenorti.
But if you're looking to
You have
upgrade,
Ruido up here right now.
yeah,
Yeah.
if you're looking to
Oh.
upgrade somewhere, it's obviously for Ruido or Mata.
Yeah.
And like Ruido was here on a very cheap contract.
Yeah.
So
Anywhere else, he's getting paid over $1 million. He's so underrated.
and that's the thing. If you want him to keep playing, then it's got to be
Yeah, he's going to
Mata
price
that
himself
goes.
out after this year, in my opinion. Ruidel.
unless we don't play him.
Yeah, exactly. You never know.
But
Who won and
I
lost the
mean,
draft?
Who won?
Mm-hmm.
Is it bad if I say the Penguins?
I say the Red Wings.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, that was Zadina, right?
They got Zadina and what's his name?
It's just V's and Z's.
The most Russian last name in the world.
V
Veleno?
Z V Z.
Veleno.
Vavelino.
Is that it?
Can I see it?
Hold on. I'm not looking at it. I'm just thinking off the top of my head.
See, the one thing I'm decent at is not spelling, it is pronunciation. And that might shock some people.
There's some names in the
I think
NHL I,
the
can
Red
beg
Wings
to
had a
differ.
good draft. I
Oh,
think,
I agree.
I
I
think the
agree.
Penguins did have a good draft, especially for not having a first-round pick.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the
100%.
Sabres would be an easy thing to say, at least on the surface.
Yeah. Who lost?
Canadians.
Yeah. As of right now, the Canadians...
The Canadians for taking the player that they did in the spot that they did because they could have moved back and maybe gained an additional pick.
Zadina and Veleno or Veleno.
If they move back even because it's in the first round, if they move back 2 or 3 spots, they're probably obtaining that team's second round pick to move that for.
Yeah.
Too.
I mean, it wasn't really the draft, but it could very well be in the long run Calgary.
Mm.
You never know.
Yeah. You'd assume that those guys are probably going to be given new contracts rather soon.
You would assume.
Yeah.
But they want guys that want to be in Calgary. What if they don't want to be in Calgary?
Yeah, I don't know.
Apparently, Dougie Hamilton didn't want to be in Calgary.
He just liked the museums in Calgary.
Yeah, the historic city of Calgary.
Yeah.
Oh. What province is that in?
Alberta?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, couldn't remember. Thank you. Anything else?
That and Edmonton are in the same
No.
province.
By the way, never let a 300-pound man step on your ankle while playing basketball.
Huh.
Nice.
That was not
I have a
good.
lot of questions.
Yeah.
One, you were playing basketball.
Yes.
2, there was a 300-pound man playing basketball.
Very close to 300 pounds, if not 300 pounds. And by man, I mean 20-year-old.
And 3, you're still walking.
Yes, somehow. My ankle hurts like hell.
Oh, I'm on double duty this week, by the way. I'm doing Donardo's show on Thursday.
I'm not listening.
Me, Ryan, and Tyler.
Oh!
No Donardo or Geddes. They're going to a podcast convention.
So who's planning the show?
Yeah, who's recording it?
I don't know how it's going to be done. Donardo just asked me about it yesterday.
And I can't be there to help because I work. Dude, they're fucked. There's not gonna be an episode.
Like,
of DiNardo's
who's
Dugout this
who's
week.
making what they're talking about? Tyler?
Couldn't tell you.
He's gonna be talking about how bad everybody is.
It's gonna be an absolute mess. Good luck recording it.
Yeah. So that's gonna be interesting to see how that goes.
This is gonna be incredible.
I'm excited for Thursday.
They're gonna be like, "What happened to your equipment for your podcast?" It's not mine.
Yeah.
That's gonna be so good.
Like the calling people. I don't know how that's gonna work. It's gonna be interesting to see how it's all put together.
Yes, it is. Okay, well, that's it, right?
Yeah.
Do you have any more questions, Tyler?
Mm-mm.
Okay, fair enough.
So if you're listening, you know what to do already. Subscribe, repost it, whatever you got to do on SoundCloud or iTunes, whatever you might be listening on.
Just listen.
If you're on YouTube, subscribe, like it, turn on the notifications with a bell, comment if you want, and
Welcome
comment
Jeff
if you
Skinner
want.
to Pittsburgh in a few days.
yeah,
Yeah, just preemptively do that.
go get your Jeff Skinner jerseys and jerseys, and
Jesus.
we'll see you next week.
Yep.
Bye bye.
See ya.
You decide if you're ever gonna let me know. Yeah, suicide if you ever try to let go. I'm sad, I know, yeah. I'm sad, I know, yeah. Who am I? Someone that's afraid